Mountains have long been associated with strength, both physical and figurative. And prior to technological advancement, ranges like these served as defenses for thousands of years. While sometimes difficult to traverse, they are excellent habitations. And in them, the persevering hiker can often encounter a diverse system of wildlife.
Hi, I'm Miguel Caldera, and today we're going to see what we can find on and around this mountain.
A common occurrence in mountains, and a playground for the imagination of the adventurous, are caves.
Let's go up here into this cave and see what we can find. Who knows, maybe there's a bedding site of a large animal, or perhaps the nest site of a bird. Let's go find out. There's the cave. Let's go find out what's inside of it. Obviously something has been using this. You can see the trail going down. You can see the dirt's all patted in. I don't know how far back it goes, but let's find out. It's kind of cool. It gives this echoey sound to it, so. You ready? So it's not a very large cave. It's rather small, actually. But as you can see, it's big enough to accommodate several animals of coyote size, or even perhaps mountain lion. This would be a really good spot for it. I mean, hey, and if it was a black bear, Could definitely fit up in here, and even a couple of cubs perhaps. Really nice shelter. You can see it's got some seeping through above, but there's not any scat in here or any real indicators that it's been used by a bear or a mountain lion or any coyotes. It's kind of warm. Actually, it's kind of hot, and you got all these little bugs that just keep buzzing around. Kind of neat find. Why don't we get back out and see what else we can find? I've just come across one of the most interesting snakes in all of the United States. This is the Western Hognose. Now, the reason I say this is one of the most interesting snakes is because of its upturned nose. You can see right there, it's got a definite scale that turns up just like a hog. And as you can also see, it's got those blue eyes. Now, that's not natural. It is natural, but that's not the regular coloration of their eyes. This hognose is getting ready to shed its skin, and that's why its eyes look blue. The scales are coming off. This little snake has a toxic saliva, but it is not venomous. It is a colubrid constrictor that eats mainly frogs, lizards, and other amphibians. These guys are super docile, but they have a really big attitude. They will hiss, they'll puff up, they'll look just like a rattler. They rarely ever, if at all, strike. And that's what makes it very interesting. They act really tough, but all they want to do is get away. Isn't that just a beautiful snake? This is actually a fairly common snake, ranging from southern Canada through the United States all the way down to northern Mexico. And you can see their coloration just does a very good job encrypting them into their surroundings. It also does a good job fooling things into thinking it might be a venomous snake. Now, I want to show you something on the tail here. Remember in the rattlesnake episode, the Western Diamondback, I said that you can learn a lot from the shed of a skin, the shed skin of a snake. And this here hognose is getting ready to shed. I had mentioned then that the shed that I was looking at had segments on its tail and that the rattlesnake would not. I want to show you up close what I was talking about. So transitioning from the belly scale to the tail scales, you can see a change in scale pattern. Up here at the belly, you have a single scale going across, and down here at the tail, it segments into two. You have, get out of the way. You have now two scales on the tail, where on the belly there's just one. So those are the segments that I was saying that the rattlesnake tail will not have. The rattlesnake on both the belly and the tail will have just a single scale. So I want to talk a little bit more about the defenses of this snake. Being that it is so very docile, one would be surprised to actually see it in its defensive mechanisms. It will make its head broad, wide, just like a rattlesnake, which is where it gets its name, or its nickname, the faux viper. It will puff itself up. It will start hissing, and one of the more grotesque or disgusting things is that it will open its mouth extremely wide, turn itself wriggling, writhing, and then it'll open its cloaca and stick out an organ that smells absolutely putrid, and it starts pretending like it's dead. Something smelling that bad, looking that distorted and just completely ripped open, might deter a predator from eating it.
That cute nose isn't merely cosmetic. The Hognose Snake is specifically equipped for digging. By using that scale as a shovel, it can spend much of its time underground, away from surface dangers.
The Western Hognose. Until next time, I'm Miguel Caldera. Get out and enjoy your hunt for nature.
The uncharacteristically calm nature of this snake amidst the mighty mountain caused me to reflect upon this proverb. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that rules his spirit than he that takes a city. Maintaining positive control over one's feelings, especially amidst the challenges of life, is true strength.